Hola Libra, this is your August mini reading. Let's look at your overalls on the bottom of the deck. In the primary, we have Six of Pentacles reversed, okay? This is going to represent you guys because it's very close to justice with those scales, okay? So it's in reverse, which tells me that somebody feels like injustice was done towards them, okay? But if you look at the end, at the clarifying deck, we have hope, which is the star card, which means you're going to be fine. Okay, there's healing and solace. And then we'll do the Romance Angel Oracle decks in a little while. All right, first thing that popped out, all three of these cards. Five of Wands reversed with two people on either side. Doesn't have to be male, okay? But I would suggest a fire sign and an earth sign, or somebody who has that in their chart. But Five of Wands is somebody's not getting along. It's also a breakup, and there may be some kind of apology involved here. Somebody's just not able to make it work. And I see that any kind of reluctance to work with you, it has more to do with them than it does you, okay? So don't take things personally, because it seems like you might be suffering from this pretty badly, okay? The Nine of Swords is something that keeps you up all night, pretty much. Or it's just that devastating. We have two nines. We have Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. Okay, so that seems to be an important number. I feel like you're going to be single, even if you don't start out that way. But that's only if you're in a relationship with somebody who has some kind of a revelation to give you that might hurt your feelings. Okay. But either way, this could be you doing this as well, because I see two people. Anytime there's two people, I feel like there's another party involved. There could be some kind of litigation, possibly a divorce. I get this feeling for some reason, because in our cards we have religious factors and wedding, as well as heart-to-heart conversation. Okay. We also have playfulness in reverse. So somebody's really not playing. They're being serious. You can't get more serious than the King of Pentacles. I mean, he's very businesslike. I'm getting this feeling some of you are married to somebody who likes the same sex. And either they have told you or they will, and they ask for a divorce. And you just don't like what you hear. Okay. Others of you, there's just a third party, but that's why I see two males, and so I was just getting that feeling. But there's some females out there who have a pick, because we have Three of Swords upright. So Three of Swords upright means a female has her pick of two men, and then here's two men. But because even though that's what that means, like literally that's what the cards say, sometimes I guess the cards can be a little biased when it comes to gender. It could be anybody who has their pick between two partners, okay? Okay, when you have the Five of Wands reversed, please listen to your dreams. I mean, we don't have the Moon card, but that's what I feel. Like, listen to your dreams, or at least your intuition, because that's going to reveal the truth to you. It's going to help you deal with whatever's going on, because I see you're not getting much sleep probably, but when you do sleep, I think sometimes our dreams, they're there to help us, almost like a therapist, okay? So not only will it reveal it to you, but it also help you get over things. All right, the next we have Nine of Wands reversed. I feel this is a relationship that's unsalvageable. That's what I usually get. Somebody is putting up a fight, okay? But it's not to protect the relationship. It's being stubborn for stubbornness sake. It's trying to protect the relationship because of the relationship. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's nothing there. It's not really, it's fake. But somebody's still trying to save it. And I mean, look, it's the Three of Swords. It's like you don't want to be separated. But you will be, okay? But that's why I think the Six of Pentacles is here. Not only does this represent you, but it's also you getting information that you just really don't like, or you have to give information that you don't want to give. And just feelings are not mutual for whatever reason. But don't worry, Star is here, so all good. You may be dealing with an Aquarius too, but I really feel it's fire and earth. All right, next we have the Fool. This is starting over again. Now, some of you, this is starting over on your own, because we have Four of Swords clarifying it, and this is being single, taking time out to think. And that's what I think is happening here. I don't think you're getting started on anything new. I think you're just taking time out after all this stuff started happening, okay? So, unsalvageable relationship, there's a third party. I'm sorry, can't fix it, okay? Yeah, that's what I see. Also, because the Nine of Swords is in here, whether this can be giving up the limelight, trying not to be seen, somebody has been holding something back. But it's like they let their guard down, and it brings in heartache. So this could have been you, this could have been the other person, whoever's holding back, and they finally just let it go, and they tell somebody. They probably tell you, or you tell them, and it causes heartache for whoever receives the information, because we have two heartaches next to each other. But it's like somebody felt this pressure to be perfect, okay? And that's why they conformed the way they did. And as a King of Pentacles person, they're very determined, and King of Wands, very charming. I get this feeling like the King of Wands is fabulous, if you know what I mean. He's fabulous. But that's just for some people. But very determined, very go-getter type of personality, very successful. This person's probably, actually they are very good at whatever it is they do. But they're a very good leader in either case, because they're kings. They're the highest that they can get. They're not in reverse. Now, I could also see two people of the same sex breaking up as well. Maybe somebody was trying to conform in that way, which would be something you don't usually see, but I could see it here. All right, so you have the Fool, and this is being non-traditional. So yes, for the majority, people are going to be non-traditional. And that to me includes homosexuality. So somebody's being free, they're being themselves. They're not Nine of Wands anymore. They're not guarded. They got a revelation of some sort. They let it out. It caused heartache for whoever is receiving it. But they're not trapped anymore. They're free, non-traditional. And I see somebody single. Somebody's really meditating on something. To me, this is also like a death. So here I'm seeing a rebirth of sorts. All right, so let's go to the love cards. Heart-to-heart conversations. You have to honestly discuss your feelings. If you don't feel the same way about somebody that you're married to, because it does involve a marriage somehow, then you have to tell them, okay? You could be a mistress. You could be whatever. If there's a male equivalent of mistress, please let me know, because I run across this a lot and I have no vocabulary for that. I feel like it's not in our lexicon. So if there's not a word, we need to make one up. And then I have religious factors. So your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And it has to do with a marriage. So I think some people are not wanting to get divorced or break up because it's against their religious beliefs. I think it's more divorce because there's a marriage. Somebody no longer wants to be a third party in a relationship because it's against their religious beliefs. And somebody has been feeling restrained because they've been doing one of those two things. But they're going to come out and be free. Some people are just going to somehow take that burden off because that feeling to be perfect. And they're like, I'm not going to be perfect anymore. Oh, well. The thing is, you can't live by other people's expectations. Now, if you really, really believe them, then that's up to you. That cognitive dissonance is a big thing, but you have to deal with whatever you got to deal with. And then I also see just, again, like a homosexual lifestyle. Somebody felt the pressure to get married. They did. And that has to do with religious factors. But they're getting out. But whatever happens, there needs to be a talk, okay? There has to be a talk. I mean, I feel like it's more, even though I keep mentioning the homosexuality, I think it's more going to be somebody doesn't feel the same. But that can be part of it, because if you are homosexual and you're in a marriage with somebody of the opposite gender, well, that's not going to make you feel randy for whatever. Okay, you're going to love the person, obviously, but, you know, it's not, something's not there. And you notice this person, he's staring off very cold, stone-faced, and she's all up on him. I'm guessing that's his little angel cupid person over there, and that's hers. She's very interested, and he's kind of not. So you got to talk about it, like, look, you know, I'm gay, I'm a lesbian, or I don't feel that way about you, I never did, or I've stopped feeling that way. Okay, you're just going to have to be frank. Be frank. It's going to cause some heartache. Okay, but I'm seeing can't play around. Obviously, if you're going through heartache, you're not going to feel very playful. But overall, I think this is going to be the outcome. Usually when I put a card on the bottom over here, this ends up being the outcome. So there is hope. You're going to be fine. You're going to get recognition. Maybe perhaps you weren't fighting for it, but you're going to get it. This is a wish card. So somebody's getting their wish. And I'm not sure who's who. I don't know who's the one who's leaving, who's the one who's receiving the bad news. But either way, somebody's not getting what they need, so this needs to end. I'm pretty sure both parties aren't getting what they need if there's this kind of relationship going on. Let me think about the star card for a second, because it's such a good card. Okay, with the Six of Pentacles over here in the star, somebody's been pretending. They've been putting on a performance. So again, there's this pressure to fit in and be perfect. But now that this is in reverse, it's like they're getting their wish. They get to be vulnerable, because normally there's this naked woman on the front, right? They get to be vulnerable and stop pretending. They get to be who they are. And if the Fool is not somebody who is following their own path, he even looks fabulous himself, then I don't know who is, okay? This is somebody who's really thought about it before they set out on this new journey. But I feel like it's mostly going to be in thought right now. And somebody's going to tell somebody, but they're not actually, throughout August, they're not actually going to file for their divorce. That kind of thing, okay? Yeah, I'm mainly seeing this is for couples. I don't see anything for single people. I do apologize. All right, guys, I ran out of time. Good luck in August.